guys, welcome back to Strong Successful Male. So for today, I'm going to go over an email that was sent from a subscriber. It's from a guy, sounds like he's about 30 years old, he's from India, and he's writing in to share how by watching content like mine, not just mine but other content, has really helped him getting the RP knowledge to help him in his life, in particular with his new marriage. You're going to see, because he's from India, his marriage was arranged with a gal he obviously didn't know prior to the arrangement with the families and all that. And because he's been watching this content and everything like that, it has really helped him have the strength and the self-worth to establish boundaries in the relationship, things like that, handle his wife in a way that like a self-respecting guy should. And as it turns out, guess what? It's going really well. She treats him with respect. I'm guessing their love life is pretty good. And to show you that it's really working, her girlfriends have a problem with him, thinking he's being controlling and things like that. So obviously it's working. She respects him, things are good, and the friends don't like him. So that says a lot. And you're also going to see how her friends, because they're not married yet, obviously have jealousy issues and stuff like that, to show you men are men, women are women around the world. So this what I talk about here works everywhere. That's the great part. And like I said, guys, even though he's married, it is obviously a big thing in his culture to get married. You can apply this knowledge if you're, in fact, a relationship guy. You just got to be careful, obviously, nowadays if you're going to get married. So that'd be a very good one to go over here, guys. I love doing stories from all over the world because it's great to hear that dudes are watching me around the world. It's really a cool thing to hear. But also, I'm glad it's helping out. So it starts off, says, Hi, SSM. I hope this email finds you in good health. I want to share my story, how RP knowledge helped me during my marriage. It might be a little long, so please bear with me. I am from India, and English is not my first language, so apologies for any grammatical errors. This is just a thank you for your guidance and the changes it has brought to my life. It had enabled me to have a little understanding about women's psyche, though no man on earth can understand a woman fully. Ain't that the truth, bro? I'm 45, 46 in a few months. I've been through a lot. I've been doing this for a while here, and still, it's a mystery. I came to know about your channel during the 2020-2021 when I came across an article about open marriages and relationships has gained traction in the United States. It has destroyed the suburban household, and there is a lower birth rate since where many countries have seen a baby boom after the pandemic. Yeah, you have all these different magazines and different websites considered to be reputable ones, talking about open marriages, open relationships like it's the new thing. Well, it's gotten out that magazines like Cosmopolitan and other ones deliberately wrote BS stuff, putting it in the gals' heads, and you're having the same thing nowadays, talking up open marriages, open relationships. Although you guys all know darn well from the stories I've covered, particularly on the Day to What channel, these things always lead to disaster. I got curious about the term and Googled it, and it's a fancy term for cheating. Due to this and the divorce law, which is very ungenerous towards men, many of men have chosen to be single rather than lose half of their fortune and to raise somebody else's child. Yeah, more and more guys are walking away every day. Not just marriage, but relationships and even dating, because they see, particularly in the West here, what is out there. And I'm not saying every single gal is like the ones in these stories. I know a lot of guys disagree with me on that, but I know it's not true. But a hell of a lot are. And why would you in today's world? They're choosing, guys are discovering, hey, you know what? I can be happy on my own. I can be happy pursuing my hobbies, my interests, working on their career, trying to get the career I love, start that business. Hang out with my bros, master some craft or trade. I don't need a woman to complete me, the whole Jerry Maguire horse shit. And that's what's going on. It's a loud horn. He says, I got married in mid-2022. Smack. Couldn't resist, dude. I got married mid-2022, and some of the things you said have made sense. Women cannot tolerate other women's happiness, and knowingly or unknowingly, they try to sabotage it. I'm going to read that again because this is coming from the other side of the world here. Women cannot tolerate other women's happiness, and knowingly or unknowingly, they try to sabotage it. Gee, are you saying it doesn't just happen here in the US of A? The same crap happens over in India? Imagine that. Remember the Al Bundy saying, don't try to understand women, women understand women, and they hate each other. In Indian households, the majority of marriages are arranged by the parents of the bride and the groom. So after the engagement, when I started talking to my future wife, some of her friends did not like that she was dividing her time, and it created certain tension, so to speak. FYI, I have initiated the call despite your warning, and I know a smack. I'm not quite sure what he meant there. I made some mistakes along the way. That is a story for another time. Getting RP knowledge and being an RP guy are two completely different things, so it is a work in progress. Yeah, exactly. You can't just watch a couple videos and all of a sudden transform yourself and be a different guy. No, it takes time. You need to immerse yourself, if you will, in content like this. And I'm not the only game in town. There's other great channels out there you can get different perspectives on. Watch them all, guys, but of course watch me more. And practice what you're learning. And it will take time, but eventually you will transform. Even the most nice guy, blue-pilled simp on the planet can, if he makes his mission, can turn things around. But it will take time. So when she told me the issue, and I asked her what they are like, just to have a sense. It turns out that one of them, this is his wife's friends, is in a dead-end relationship, and she treats my soon-to-be wife as an emotional crutch. So she did not like it that she was spending more time with me. You're going to get married. Maybe it's a good idea to get to know each other. But then again, maybe that's what they don't do that. You know? Okay, the families meet and they have like a horse trading deal with their kids. And then okay, you'll see each other when you get married on the wedding day. I don't know, but still, I think it's a good idea to get to know each other a little bit. I just can't imagine the arranged marriage thing. I mean, one can definitely make the argument that it actually sure as hell is a lot better than what is in the West, because for love, come on here. And at the end of the day, really, marriage is no less of a business deal than anything else. It really is, because both parties are getting something out of it. But we all know darn well, who benefits the most nowadays. Anyway. Most of the call was a video call, as we don't stay or hang out together. FYI, the friend of hers is 35 years old and is not close to marriage or settling down with anyone rather than her boyfriend. Well, if I'm not mistaken, from the Indian brothers that have written to me, emailed me, and commented away, I believe they told me after 25, or even definitely after 30, that is it for the Indian gals. Like, that is it. They got to go overseas to America or something, even if they're good looking. I was 29 and my wife was 27 when we got married. My wife was the youngest among all her female colleagues. I don't know if this has to play some part of the cold shoulder that they initially got from the majority of them. Oh, I guarantee you the fact that she was younger than them, and she obviously is in that age range that she's desirable, and she got you, that pissed them off. So I gave her some insight that I gained from your videos, and thankfully she listened. That's a start. And her friend did not complain anymore, though my wife got some passive-aggressive remarks once in a while, nothing major. Yeah, well, I take those passive-aggressive remarks and snips at you just as rude and insulting as somebody just getting in your face. It's just somebody's just handling it in a different way. They're jealous of her. End of story. One of her female colleagues told her that I am controlling because we had a policy to keep updating our whereabouts when going out from office or home. FYI, we don't work in the same industry. I'm an IT and she's an architect. So let me get this straight. According to her friends, who are single and don't have any marriage prospects and are pissed off about that, they're trying to find reasons to have her have doubts about you and label you as the villain because they care about her so much. Because God forbid you're about to be married, this is before you got married, or maybe while you are married, and you're knowing where you guys are going. It's kind of a nice gesture if your husband's going out, he tells his wife, I'm going out to the grocery store or Home Depot, I'll be back in an hour, or vice versa, in case something happens, and you're the bad guy for that. That's ridiculous. This is also a culture and social thing in India. In many places, the bride and groom don't stay or hang out together even though they are engaged, and it has worked out just fine so far to the best of my knowledge. Well, the past is not what we have today. Things have changed in the 2020s. Things have been changing for a while. So what worked for your parents and your grandparents and the great-grandparents is not the same world that they are used to versus what things are like today. And I'm sure they have a very, very hard time accepting that reality. Basically, no staying together before marriage, though a living relationship and premarital sex has gained traction in India, but is frowned upon, even has been legalized recently. Legalized. Hanging out together and having premarital sex was illegal, like you could be fined or arrested for that. So many stayed discreet. It turns out her soon-to-be husband caught her red-handed in the mall. So one of her friends, soon-to-be husband, caught her red-handed in the mall with her boyfriend, even after their engagement. So still today, he does not trust her completely and keeps tabs on her, even though they've been married for 3 years and a child together. Now, I'm sure whatever she's telling is a very watered-down version of what really happened or did not happen. There you go. She's cheating with an old boyfriend. They had the arranged marriage. This is a friend of hers or a friend of his. I can't remember what. And he caught her at the mall with her old boyfriend, the one that the parents didn't arrange. See? Same shit happens everywhere. Another one of her female colleagues took a slight dig at my weight. I'm a bit overweight, around 100 kilograms. She is really fit and works out regularly. She defended me. When I look into it, what worked for me was that I was very clear what I want from the relationship. My expectations and preferences, the whole 9 yards. Being assertive and clear-headed worked out for me. There you go. You are light years ahead of your Indian brothers, because no offense to the Indian brothers watching this, but you guys do have a reputation for being way too fucking nice. And when it comes to the women. And frankly, clueless, nice guys, the simps, the blue pill. If you're honest with yourselves, you know what I'm talking about here. So if you're being assertive and not in an asshole kind of way and just laying out your boundaries and expectations, you are light years ahead of those guys. And she's probably like, holy shit, I actually got a fucking man here. And therefore, she's treating with your respect. Women can't love a guy if they don't respect him. And sadly, so many guys in this world, not just in India, behave in a way that they're just feel so grateful they got a girl on their arm, arranged or not, that they kiss her ass and are afraid to do anything to state some boundaries, what they expect, things like that, because they're afraid she'll get mad at them and leave them. You got to do that. Women don't want to be married to a fucking pussy. And so good for you for acting like a man. And of course, her friends don't like that. And by the way, you said you're overweight. Okay, that can happen. Well, time to change that. Time to alter your diet to something healthier and get some exercise, and you'll shred off that weight. Not because her friend was giving you shit about it, but do it for you so you can be healthy. And I want you to have a healthy life, man. He says, you'll be happy to know that I've started working out for the last 6 months. Oh, okay, good. I bought some dumbbells, took subscriptions of a diet and workout plan, and I've lost 4 kilograms so far. I feel amazing and it is a work in progress. Okay, you dropped 4% of your body weight. I'm willing to bet you, because you started lifting weights, you're putting on muscle, which is heavier than fat, so you probably look like you've lost more than 4% of your body fat because you're lifting weights, putting on muscle, and all that. So keep it up, keep doing what you're doing, be patient, you'll get there. Recently, one of my friends reached out to me for advice, as he is going to be married next year, and I gave him some below-mentioned knowledge. And if you feel like adding your 2 cents, you are more than welcome. Well, how about that? Things are going so well that your friends are now seeking you out for guidance. That's what I want here, guys. I want you guys to reach a point that not only can you make your lives better with this type of content and knowledge and hearing these stories, but also eventually get to the point that others will see you as a leader and they'll come to you. So here's the advice he gave his friend. Number 1, never change your individuality for a relationship's sake. Though many of my friends disagree, both male and female, and frankly, I don't care. I love to know your opinion. I wholeheartedly agree. Never change who you are just for the sake of the relationship. That's ridiculous. And what do I mean by changing who you are? I don't know. Giving up on your hobbies, your passions, your interests, your friends, all sorts of things that make you you. Now, if you have negative qualities, if you're a fucking compulsive gambler or a drug addict or an alcoholic, okay, you need to give that shit up for lots of reasons, for your wife or your husband or all that. Yeah, of course, those are negative qualities. But you never give up positive qualities just to make the other person happy, because you're not going to make them happy. And of course, you have male friends and female friends that disagree with that because, well, you know what pill they take. Number 2, be assertive and firm about your expectations. Find a balance between being confident and being rude. Yes, exactly. You have to lay out your expectations. And again, it doesn't mean you have to be a douchebag about it. You can handle it in a way that, it shows confidence and strength and self-worth. And again, no woman is going to be attracted to a guy that is just a freaking shrinking violet. You've got to stand up for yourself, but just you lay out your boundaries. And you'll find it real quick that if she disagrees with that, has issue with it, or is, God forbid, offended that you dare have some boundaries, well, then you're wasting your time with that one. Number 3, avoid party girls. I don't even have to say anything. We all know the answer, what I think about that. Number 4, I told my friend about the 4 6s. 6 figures, 6-pack, 6 inches, and 6 feet tall. What he means is that's the ongoing joke that so many modern gals feel entitled to. A guy 6 feet tall or taller, 6-pack, 6 inches down south, and makes 6-figure income. You look at the statistics. Good luck putting that all together. I mean, what percentage of the population of men are above 6 feet tall, or have a 6-pack, or a 6-inch sausage, or make 6 figures, and let alone putting them all together? But it shows you how unrealistic the mindset is out there nowadays. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Number 5, looks matter. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Again, many of my friends don't agree, both male and female. Bullshit. Number 1, with guys, the number 1 thing, whether they want to admit it or not, is looks. She could have everything on the checklist in terms of personality and loyalty and everything, but if you're not attracted to her, it's just not going to work, period. She has to have a certain facial features that just do it for you. Obviously, physically, if you're attracted to thin, fit women, she can be the most amazing, great girl in the world, but if she weighs 450 pounds, it's not going to work. And guess what? Women like guys they're physically attracted to as well. And if they say that they don't, that's bullshit. Now, here's the thing. It is not the top thing for women as it is with guys. Okay, don't get me wrong. It's important. They have other things that are up there, and you're all well aware of, that if a guy has certain qualities, like he's very masculine and take charge and confident and assertive, and of course he does well financially and other things, then they can look past they not being as good looking as, stuff like that, That I've learned. But to say that looks don't matter is bullshit. Next one. Be careful of the BFFs, mostly single one in the group, a male and female, as they definitely try to sabotage a relationship. Very true. Number 7, never combine finances. Yes, no putting all your money in one account that she has complete access to. That's crazy, okay? And a lot of guys don't have the balls to make this an important thing, but they'll learn the hard way. You're married, you have your account that your paycheck or business profits go into. She has her account that her business profits, if she has a business, or her paycheck goes into. That's it. She doesn't have access to that. Same thing with, don't put her name on your credit cards. And then if you want to have a joint account that both you have your names on, that you can both put money into every month to take care of the combined expenses like the mortgage or the rent or the cable bill or whatever, I'm okay with that. But the mother load in terms of where you stockpile your emergency fund and things like that, bad idea. And if you don't believe me, go ahead, do that and watch what happens. Number 8, never take crap from her friends and stand up for yourself. Yes, you always stand up for yourself no matter what, guys. And you certainly don't take crap from her friends. And a lot of times guys in these stories I cover say how, I couldn't believe what she did because her friends were always so nice to me and seemed like they loved me. Yeah, be careful. He says, I've also shared your channel and a couple of others like yours to him, and last I talked with him, it's been an eye-opener. So, thanks again. Good. Thanks for sharing my channel with your friend. If your friend's watching this, bro, keep watching the show. It'll help you out in your life. And congratulations on your new house in Florida. This is my journey so far. It's been 1 year of our marriage, and we are going strong, working out the bugs along the way. So thanks again for your assistance, and God bless. Well, bro, that's great to hear. I'm glad to hear the first year is going well. And if you continue on this path, behaving in a manner like you've been thus far, you're going to be fine. Now, I want to warn you about something, and I think a lot of guys in relationships will agree with me here. A lot of times when guys stop being the guy that they initially were, they get in a relationship, they a lot of times can get pee-whipped very slowly over time. very slow increments. They don't see it really happening in real time. And then literally one day they wake up and they're like, holy crap, I'm the most pee-whipped guy I know. Because it's just, she slowly wears you down. And so I just want you to be aware of that and be careful, okay? So keep having the boundaries, keep having your deal breakers, stuff like that. Be the leader in the relationship. Don't back down from your values or principles because it may annoy some of her friends or annoy some of your family or even annoy her. Because at the end of the day, even if a woman doesn't like some of the things you're saying or agree with you, if you handle it in a way that you're not a dick about it, but you stand by, you stick with your guns, show respect to you, and it all boils down to respect. So keep being the leader in the relationship. That's what she wants. Trust me on this. And if she's treating you with respect and loyalty, and she's taking care of you in the bedroom, and God damn it, you're in your late 20s, she better be taking care of you in the fucking bedroom, and doing all these things, then reciprocate, of course. And I hope you have a good one. But you got to be the fucking man in the relationship. And believe me, what you're doing is rare. What it sounds like from your culture, from a lot of the guys, what I have gathered from the stories I get and what I've been told, you're rare. So don't be surprised. You're going to get some pushback. People think that you're being controlling. You're being this. You're being that. But you know what? If she's defending you to her friends and her family and she's treating you like respect, guess what? It proves that what I talk about is real. No matter where the hell you live here in this world. Anyway, guys, that'd be a good one to cover, and I'm proud of you for doing well, growing. And let me know, write me in the year. Let me know how things are going. All right, guys, that is it for today. Be sure to comment down below. Let me know what you think about this. Give this guy a shout out in the comment section. Give him some praise for him handling his things like a boss. This video really was for you relationship guys that watch this stuff, but you do want to have relationships, whether it's personal reasons or your own culture or religion. And also, guys, if you got an email or you've got a story or a situation you want to share with me, definitely email me strongsuccessfulmale@gmail.com. Like I always say, give me time to get to it because, believe me, they're piling up. And this also goes for any questions you may have or any crazy stories or articles you want me to cover. I can't say I will cover them, but if I have a chance and it work, I will. And be sure to like the video, share with your friends, and subscribe. I'll catch you next time.